How long is too long to get back on your feet after the pandemic? The past 2 years have been rough on everyone, but Ms. Victor says her partner, Mr. Williams, has used this global catastrophe as an excuse to leave reality behind and move into the world of gaming. On today's case, she says that if he doesn't step back into the real world soon and start helping out financially, then it's game over for Mr. Williams and his childish ways. Let's hear their case.
Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Starr presiding. Your Honor, this is the case of Victor versus Williams.
Thank you very much. Ms. Victor, Mr. Williams. Ms. Victor, like so many of us, you say the pandemic took a toll on your relationship with Mr. Williams.
Yes.
You say what was once a healthy, happy partnership has now deteriorated, and you find yourself at a crossroads.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Williams, you say you want to be with Ms. Victor, but you need her to stop acting like a prison guard and start treating you as an equal in this relationship.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so I know these past couple of years have been really, really rough. And Ms. Victor, you all actually have only been together 2.5 years, so it's almost like you met right before the pandemic hit.
Right.
And then your whole relationship was through the pandemic. So tell me what gets us here today.
I'm pretty much fed up with the relationship, just to be honest. I pretty much carry the relationship. I put everything into this relationship.
You carry the whole relationship?
I carry the whole relationship. I do everything.
That's not true, Your Honor.
I pay all the bills. I cook, I clean, I do everything. And all he does is sit on his butt and complain all day.
So, Ms. Victor, just so that I'm clear, you are back at your job since the pandemic.
I've been working in and throughout the pandemic.
So you were one of the lucky ones that did not have to leave your employment.
Correct. I work as a makeup artist.
Okay.
Full time. So I mean, of course, during the time it was slow, but I've been pretty much working, putting all the work in while he just sit on his butt.
Could I say something, Your Honor?
One moment. Yes,
He said he was gonna do photography after he lost his job. And I was okay with that because, you know, I'm a makeup artist, so I'm like, okay, well, maybe we can join forces and work together.
Let me hear what Mr. Williams is saying, because he is jumping out of his seat to try to at least get his side out. Go ahead, Mr. Williams.
Well, Your Honor, I do photography. And like her, I want to be an entrepreneur, but I'm trying to get my business off the ground like her. I was patient and supportive with her when she was trying to get on her feet, and I just want the same reciprocation.
Who was paying all the bills over the last 2.5 years?
Initially, when we got together, I was working. I was a primary breadwinner, so I was paying most of the bills.
I was with my help.
But I lost my job during the pandemic.
Okay, so I want to be real clear. Ms. Victor, you were able to at least maintain some level of income, correct?
Stay afloat, yes.
Did Mr. Williams, were you able to contribute anything financially to the home over the past 2 years?
Occasionally, I would book a shoot. Occasionally, people cancel shoots, so I don't have any consistent income. But I do contribute some to the household. I help with the children. I help clean. I cook occasionally. She's not being entirely truthful.
Boiling water does not count.
Okay, so Ms. Victor, just so that I'm clear, you all moved in together?
So 3 months into our relationship, he thought it was be a brilliant idea if we just come together, join forces, and both fresh out of a divorce, have kids. He was like, we got so much in common, we could just...
How long had you been divorced?
When I got with him, it was like 1.5 years I've been out of my divorce.
And how long had he been divorced?
About, what,
I think it was a year as well.
You didn't have time to let your heart heal before you were ready to jump into a whole new relationship.
See, that's where he got me in the beginning. It was like the total opposite from what I was used to from my ex.
Got it.
He was more charming. I thought he was more hardworking at the time. And
Your Honor, she's not even sweet to me no more.
He doesn't have that same ambition that he had when I first got with him. Like, he had all these promises that just fell through. Like, nothing is happening like he's planned it out. He said that we was gonna be working on building our money together. I'm the only one bringing the income in, so it's not a partnership, it's just me. I feel alone. I feel like I'm the only one in this relationship. I might as well be dating myself because I feel like I just got another child. That's all he does is just sit around and just wait on me to do everything.
So now I'm a child.
I feel like I'm dating a child.
So Miss Victor just laid out that she fell in love with an ambitious, driven young man with dreams of building a partnership in a relationship together.
Correct.
Mr. Williams, what happened to that young man?
Your Honor, I'm still the same person, but to be honest, when the pandemic hit, I've been working since I was 15. So it's a drastic change going from working constantly to not working, and then you're constantly filling out applications and no one's calling you back. So you start getting distraught.
Folk are begging folk to come back to work right now. It may not be the exact job that you want, but it would be an opportunity for you to get your mojo back. But you gotta have a plan of action. You can't just stand there and say, I'm trying. I need her to push me. I need her to support me. She need you to step up. Fair enough?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tell me what's been the problem.
So lately I have, as you know, the bills is all on me. So I have to reach out to family members. Like my mom is my main source who I go to borrow money. Like for instance, there was a situation a few months ago, well no, actually last month, where we was gonna be late on our rent. And I told him, I'm gonna need you to have your half. This guy had told me that he had an appointment with the rental assistance people for $900 or something like that. But when the day came, he fell asleep and missed the phone interview. You had one job. How you gonna miss a phone interview that's gonna keep a roof over our head? I told him, I don't have no way. He's like, well, you can't ask family members, this is gonna be the last time. I said, every time is the last time. I can't help you every month. Like, I need help. I can't keep carrying the whole relationship.
Your Honor, I'm not gonna lie, I have made some mistakes. I haven't been the best, but I still do a lot around the house.
But did you hear what she just said about that financial situation? That was stressful.
That hurts me too, seeing my woman, you know, come home tired every day and, you know, she doesn't feel like cooking and things like that. It definitely bothers me as a man because I don't feel like I'm taking care of my household. But I do other things in the house. I'm helping with the kids. I'm helping clean up. I cook. I made hot dogs that one night.
You boiled the water for the hot dogs. You ain't make no hot dogs.
I still made the food.
What about the times where I come home and the kids are still hungry? They be like, I haven't ate since lunchtime. And where you at? Sitting in the game. Like, you don't do nothing.
What's with this gaming thing? Talk to me a little bit, Mr. Williams. What's going on with the gaming?
It's just a getaway from me, you know.
A getaway from what? It ain't like you was working all day. Now, come on now.
Come on.
She got stuff she like to do. I like to play the game.
Usually, when you trying to get away, you got to be getting away from something, like you working on some other stuff. Talk to me a little bit, Mr. Williams. What's going on with the gaming?
It's just a getaway from me, you know.
A getaway from what? It ain't like you was working all day. Now, come on now.
Come on.
What's it a getaway from?
From life. Get away from life. It's no pressure when I'm playing the game. I don't have to pay no bills. I don't have no responsibilities. I'm just having a good time. She likes to have a good time. She likes to go out. You don't talk about going out when you're going to the club.
That's a break from everything.
I put the kids to bed, 12 o'clock at night. She in the bathroom, being all loud and stuff, waking up the kids, 12 o'clock at night. She got stuff she like to do. I like to play the game. That's just what I like to do.
But you said it was a getaway, and usually when you're trying to get away, you got to be getting away from something. Like you're looking for an opportunity to escape because you've been busy working on some other stuff. What you been working on during the week? Talk to me.
Well, with my photography business, I'm trying to get it off the ground. I don't want...
What have you been doing to get it off the ground? Because I'm an entrepreneur also. What's your business plan? Have you put your business plan together?
Yes, Your Honor.
Lies.
Okay, and,
Lies, but go ahead.
It's still, I'm not gonna lie, Your Honor, it's still in the preliminary stages. I'm trying to get there. I do need a little guidance, some help, maybe from my woman, maybe.
I do too much. I'm too tired to help.
To try to get everything in order. You know, this is not something I'm familiar with, not something I've done before, but I do have the same ambition, and I plan on getting my business off the ground.
But Mr. Williams, you know Google free, right? I fancy myself a pretty decent cook. I wanted to learn to make eggplant lasagna. In other words, I didn't want to use noodles anymore because I was trying to stay away from as much carbs. So I went online to learn how to make eggplant lasagna so that the eggplant takes the place of the noodles. If you want to learn something, there are opportunities while you're sitting there on that game.
She just act like I can't have no type of fun.
Yana, can I?
Yes, ma'am.
Because...
So, there was a time where my family had a family game night, and we were supposed to go to it. So I told him, I said, if I come home, just make sure the kids is ready, and then by the time I get there, all we gotta do is I even help them get dressed. All you gotta do is just make sure they clean, and you make sure you together, and I can just throw their clothes on, we can just go out the door.
Now that should have been fun, a family game night, right?
Family game night, just to get out the house. When I got home, The kids didn't look like they was bathed. He was still on that video game cussing whoever out. And by that time I got there, I was just so mad, and then dishes was everywhere, like the house was a mess. I didn't want to go nowhere.
She didn't want to go no more.
Of course I didn't want to go nowhere, because we was going to be hours late by the time we got everything done, because of course I would have had to do it.
Do you have little boys, little girls, mixtures of both?
Both.
You have little boys and little girls. Okay. Mr. Williams, you want your sons to think that that is the role of a man in the house? Is that what you want? That he is home playing video games all day having fun while the woman that he loves is out trying to make that paper? More importantly, I'm gonna make your heart hurt. What you want your little girls to think? Is that what you want your little girls to have? That kind of man? Because see, the way you treat your woman is one thing, but the way a man treats your daughter, that's what's gonna hurt your heart. That's what's gonna make you say, mayhaps I should have done it a little differently. So that's the example that I'm talking to you about, young brother. The example that you wanna set for your boys and your girls. You want your boys to see the kind of man you want them to grow up to be so that they feel pride. Do you hear what I'm saying? You did bring a witness to join us today to give us her perspective. Please tell the court what your relationship is to these two litigants today.
I am Ashley's mother,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'm his worst nightmare.
If you'd like your case to be heard on divorce court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Missed a show? Watch full episodes on our streaming platforms and follow us on social media for exclusive content.
I got evidence, Your Honor, to show you that he's always addicted to that game.
Okay, what's that evidence? Let's go to the videotape.
I told Dex that I'm actually about to fix dinner, and I want us to sit together and eat dinner together as a couple tonight. So we're gonna see, because he told me that he was not gonna play the game today.
You so extra, I swear.
Always addicted to the game. That's all you do, every day.
I think I might need a little help with understanding the dynamics of this relationship. And I understand you did, Ms. Victor, bring a witness to join us today to give us her perspective. And she has a unique perspective. So, Robert, would you please bring in Miss Electicia Nicholson?
Sure.
Thank you. Ms. Nicholson, thank you so very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, Your Honor.
And I know that you have been listening to the testimony and listening to the back and forth. Will you please tell the court what your relationship is to these two litigants today?
I am Ashley's mother,
Yes, ma'am.
and I'm his worst nightmare.
So I can see from your attitude and your look that you have seen a whole lot go on over the last 2.5 years in this relationship.
I'm so
Open
tired
the
of
check.
her calling me for money. Like, I'm the First National Bank of mama. And I'm tired. Like, it's like,
You've
okay,
had to supplement for them quite a bit?
I think supplement is an understatement.
Mama T, but you know I told you I was gonna pay you back when I get on my feet.
Well, you got two of them right there. You're not on them now. What you doing?
I'm saying, I'm working. That's what I'm saying, y'all. I'm working towards that. I got everything written down. I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna pay you back. I'm gonna take her out. I'm gonna take the
Wait,
kids
wait,
out.
where you got that written down? The same place where the business plan is? Come on now,
That
Mr.
part.
Williams. Come on now. Because we all have to live in the truth, sir. We do. I'm not gonna let anybody beat up on you, because I do believe that you might have a level of depression, because a lot of people did go through a depression during the pandemic. But there are people you can talk to for that. But you have a family that's going to need you and depend on you. Has it been a financial strain on your daughter?
She work all the time. She has to do little odd stuff. I try to find her as much business as I can, but to come home and then have to back up by cooking, hot dog, really, by cooking, cleaning up, taking care of kids, it's rough.
But that taking care of the kids ain't free.
If you were sitting here behind this bench, what would you tell Miss Victor right now?
I know he was the Mr. Get Under. And when I say Mr. Get Under, that's the get under to get over the last person. I think that you can do bad all by yourself without any help. I know you have to follow your heart, but sometimes the mind needs to outweigh the heart. Go your separate ways for a while. You work on you and whatever strength you need to not take care of a man, because that's definitely not how the way I raised you.
Ms. Nicholson just broke it down. Ma'am, I appreciate you
Thank you,
very,
Your Honor.
very much. I appreciate that mama wisdom. Thank you very much, Ms. Nicholson.
Thank you, Your
I
Honor.
appreciate it. Ms. Victor, you came in here to let your partner know that you really had it up to here with him not contributing to the household and really letting your family crash and burn. You know, Mr. Williams, you say that you just need more time to get your head right and your business up and running. I respect that. I think as you talk about the gaming, I wish you were as passionate about building that business as you are about being able to escape in that game. So I was trying to figure out, is it just you, quote, being lazy, or are you truly depressed? Because these are the signs that we need to look for. Are you thinking about gaming all the time? Ms. Victor clearly has proven that that's what's on your mind. You actually feel bad when you can't play. You told me that yourself while we sat here. You need to spend more and more time playing to feel good. You also told me that. Not wanting to do the other things that you used to like. Going over to the family game night. Spending time with your woman. Doing fun things that are outside of the gaming world. You see that your woman is struggling. More importantly, she's starting to look at you with less respect. And if she starts to look at you with less respect, then she's going to treat you with less respect. You're going to feel less respected. And that relationship has no room to grow, period. I appreciate that this has been tough. I appreciate that you are trying to become the man that you dreamed of being. But Miss Victor, at some point, you have to say, I deserve to have someone as a partner that's going to be there for me, to help me grow also. You can't always be the gardener and the firefighter and the police officer, everything. You know, black women can do a lot, but we don't have to do it all at the same time.
Yes, ma'am.
My real advice to you is to take care of Ashley for the first time in a long time. And Mr. Williams, we have resources available to help you with a video game addiction if you'd like to avail yourself of them. I gave you the signs that the experts suggest we watch for, and I clicked them all off. And by the way, this is not something somebody told me. This is what you testified to. This is how you're feeling. This is what you said is going on in your household. If you want some help, we'll be very happy to take care of getting you those resources, sir. We will. But I'm gonna tell you right now, until you become the man that you promised her you would be, this relationship is doomed. And I have to agree with Miss Nicholson. It's time to say goodbye. Boy, Robert, this pandemic took a toll on a lot of people's relationships, but he was just stuck mired in laziness, depression. I'm not sure what it was.
I mean, he lost his job. He ends up staying home for 2.5 years playing video games and all that. And I think you're right. I think he had some type of depression.
Yeah.
And he just got too comfortable. He wanted to stay home.
Depression that moved into being comfortable is just not good. And you're watching your woman suffer. You're watching your family disintegrate. And I think I really had an effect on him talking about what image he's portraying to his children, to his little boys and little girls.
You got his attention.
Well, I tell you what, if he doesn't go home and go online and try to sign up for some class somewhere, start to put a business plan together, he gonna be mired in that video game and he gonna need to escape because he ain't gonna have no home.
No, he won't.